You are watching The Kingdom. Being average is a drug, and most people are addicted to this drug of being average. You know, Jim Rohn, the business philosopher, said many years ago that you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. That's correct. You are the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. And you know what? He's absolutely correct. Here is why. If you keep shit in your hand for a long time, your hand starts smelling like it. If you keep roses in your hand for a long time, your hand starts smelling like it. Because you become who you hang out with. When I used to go to school, I always used to see this guy called Guddu. Every day, he used to eat ice cream. I never had ice creams, but I wanted to have ice creams. So I one day went to Guddu and said, Guddu, I want to have ice cream. He said, do you have money? I said, no. He said, well, I have an idea. He told me the idea and I went home to make the idea happen. I saw that everyone at home was sleeping. It was the time. I was nervous. I didn't know if I should have done it. But I did it. Yes. I stole the money. Next day, I went to the school and I had ice cream. In fact, Guddu gave me a high five. I had the chocolate ice cream. And day in and day out, I kept stealing the money. I knew it was wrong, but I was doing it because I wanted ice cream. One day while going to school, I saw this little girl. She was requesting the shop owner to give some bread. The shop owner said, that's 5 rupees. The girl said, but uncle, I don't have 5 rupees. It's an emergency. My father did not have anything for last one day. Please give me the bread. Maybe someday else I'll give you the money. The shop owner said, no, little girl, go away from this store. I can't give you without the money. I felt bad. I went to the girl. I didn't say anything. I just gave her the 5 rupees and I went away. I understood that when I was walking away from that girl, I got a lesson that the girl taught me. That it's not right to steal. It's not right to do a wrong thing. It's not right to do what's not right. And then I realized the mistake I have been doing. Here is a girl who could steal the bread from the store because her father is not eating anything, but she didn't do it. She did the right thing, but I, just for ice creams, stole the money. I felt ashamed. And I stole because I was under the influence of the wrong people. And I stopped disassociating myself from those people. I felt I was doing the right thing. I finally grew up and I decided I will never say yes to wrong things. Later on, when I was in 9th standard in my life, I was offered the first puff of cigarette. I said, no, I don't want to have the smoke. Those friends left me alone. I became the lonely guy. When I went to 11th standard in my school, I was offered my first drink. But I said no. They left me again. They cornered me. I felt more lonely. But life moved on and I started my career, started working for First Source, Business Standards, started my own business, and then I started associating myself with good people. You know, sometimes for work pressure, I used to have dinner late night. Sometimes a lot of fast food. And I knew it was not very good food to have, but hey, I thought, hey, at least I'm not smoking, I can have the fast food. Hey, at least I'm not drinking champagne, at least I'm not having beer every single Saturday and Sunday. I started comparing myself with other people and I felt good about it. Very soon, though I was successful, I started feeling not so good about my health. I was really tired. Very soon I started feeling that I knew I was not doing my best professionally, but I thought, hey, at least I'm known all over the India. I mean, I'm not the best, but hey, look at other people who are not that great. At least I'm better than them. I was making good amount of money. Yeah, it was good. And then I realized the mistake. One day I was going through an audio program by Jim Rohn, the business philosopher, and I remember realizing the fact that I started comparing myself with average people, and that's why I was not becoming my best. And immediately I started changing that day. Because I understood the fact that you become who you hang out with. And by doing everything, I found some mentors in my life. I found different people who could help me right now because those people started inspiring me.
Because what a mastermind does is that helps you to become equal.
And by masterminding with some of the best people in the world, I started becoming much better. Why? Because you become who you hang out with, and I became who I was hanging out with. Hey, stop feeling comfortable by comparing yourself with average people. You see, Guddu influenced me, and then Guddu came back in my life in form of other people, other average friends, average colleagues, average relatives, and they stopped me from being the best version of myself. So I got a question for you. Who is your Guddu? Who are the people in your life who are stopping you from being your best? Maybe a few average friends, maybe a few average colleagues in office, maybe a few average relatives. And by staying around with them, you have their mindset, you have their work ethic, and you become average because you become who you hang out with. So this week, I encourage you to go out and find some great people in your life. Maybe a few new friends, maybe a few new mentors, or maybe a mastermind group. And when you successfully associate yourself with other mastermind members and other successful mentors, you become much more successful in your profession, in your job, in your career, in your family, in your relationships, in your income. Everything transforms for you. So let me ask you this question. Who are the people that you'll reach out to this week? Because remember, if you hang out with 9 broke people, 9 bad people, and 9 people with average relationships, you will be the 10th one. If you hang out with 9 great people, 9 people with amazing life, 9 people who are amazingly champions, you become the 10th one. So go out there and hang out with most people because you become who you hang out with, and by associating with other champion lions, you become the king of the kingdom of your life, because this is the kingdom.